Okay, so it is time. Ready to rebirth. We have... Here it is, Ultimate Universe Challenge. This is almost like a normal rebirth. You lose nothing in your time until you create one universe is recorded. Beating this challenge increases your planet level by 1, increasing the speed of its power surge. Cool, but it took like almost a week to make a universe last time, so not yet. We'll get to that one. We're going to do a lot of the challenges soon, but not yet. So the big thing I want before I rebirth, the reason I didn't rebirth, well, anyway, the big thing that I want is to beat PB10. And I'm hoping I have enough power to do so. Alright, here we go. Please die for me. Oh, come on! A little more. Ah, it's healing faster than I can kill it. Curse you, I am close. I am close. But no banana. Arrgh. I just make another upgrade on you. Be one more you, and then one more you, and then I can take you lot. I can stuff you in a leveling campaign for just go away. What is all this? Ah! What have you done? Your pets are bored of... If your pets are bored of fighting clones and this campaign is right for them, you still gain levels. Blah, level depends on the current level of your pets. Gain less levels, which is 100% below a pet level of 1,000. So, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Lots of great information. Located inconveniently on top of your tooltips. Or underneath, whichever. Anyway. Yeah, okay. See, that should not have been there like that. It should have been like this. So, we will come back in an hour. I should be able to get 2 togs and maybe a weather. And I can knock out a couple planet eaters and a tribunal. Might as well hit you up right now. Thunk. Get that percentage up just a tiny bit higher. But the pets might be the... It's kind of funny to say it, but the pets might actually be the biggest gain, even though it's just 1 hour. I think they might be the biggest gain to me. I had set them out on food runs and stuff, rather than leveling runs. I should have done leveling runs from the start and ignored food. But I didn't. I was greedy. Greedy to make the pets permanently bigger. Is okay, though. I just need to knock out that 1 more P-ball. Then we'll do what we do. Yes. But anyway, I know a universe would be a lot easier to make on this next go, but I think I should be doing rebirths and clone build-ups. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that is that for the moment. So we'll give it 1 more shot in an hour. I know I can bring this thing down. I know I can. Maybe I could just push these numbers up a little higher. but if only I could keep those percentages, you know? It is so tempting to go for all of these. Because when I do these, I'm going to do all of them, all together. But probably really is best that I keep. Yeah. Anyway. Alright. Results from just 1 hour. Pretty good. Pretty good boost there, I'd say. Okay, we got this thing. You're done. You're done. No, you die. You die? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I have 3 Freya. You're only a 970 arrows. What the hell? This number is entirely untrustworthy. But I beat you! And rebirthing would be stupid. Because the battle multiplier would be way lower. I just want to beat you and go to challenges and stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not staying up another hour tonight. I've stayed up too late already. I'm going to bed. So, I could get a bunch more GP by rebirthing. Maybe I could just fling myself in the devil. No, I want that cat. I must have the cat. Fine. I'll rig it up. 8 hours ought to do it. I cannot believe this. I was certain that I would crush him there. Should I make more crystal upgrades? I think it'd be most efficient just to build monuments. Right here like this. Oh wait, let me set the divinity generator back up. Yeah. Over the night I'll probably get maybe as many as 16 of these. I'm not sure how much slower. I know it takes longer to build each one than the previous. I'm just not sure how much longer. I could try to scatter them out and build up some of the other ones, but I kind of just want to focus on this one. And I can pour every speck of divinity into upgrades. I'm close. Yeah, 8 hours of 8 hours of togs, a single upgrade. That'll do it. That'll do it. Then we can get to what's really important. Curse you, Prinny! Curse you! Why won't you just die? Alright, so then, it is time. P-Ball, I could defeat you without even unleashing my might. Ah! Huh! Okay, let's see. I would need... technically I'm halfway... Well, it says I'm almost halfway there, but in reality I'm not even close. So, alright then. Very good then. So, now I have a whole bunch of ball points. I may as well burn them. I'm gonna kill a living sun. I already knocked one out earlier. Much earlier when I had like a ton of them. A ton of ball points to spend. And we're ready to rebirth. We're ready to just do it. What do we want? What do we want most? A day pet to get a bunch of quick GP, and then... you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go with just a double rebirth. I want to get some of that might. But, as we did last time, we can farm a whole bunch of GP by doing a couple regular rebirths, and that only last about an hour. And, in a few hours, pick up a whole bunch of GP. So, we're going to do that. But first, let's kick a Koopa shell at this sun. More power than necessary! Oh man, I didn't even equip my Mystic Crystal. I should have done that too. Oh well. As for the rest of you, go fight that. Yeah, that's about what I thought. Okay, now, regular rebirth. I choose you. Yes. So, in about an hour... Let me see. Whoa, turn that back on. Maybe cut it down a little. And... no, wait, that's not right. There we go. That's what it should look like. It's amazing how quickly they grow. We won't get to fight any of these, obviously. Which means we can't make any crystals. Pooh, no crystal power to be gathered. But I want more crystal power. I want it. Oh well. Okay then, so... hello, friends. All the way to the P-ball, which gives me a nice chunk to play with. Unfortunately, this is only going to be 10,000 clones for the moment, but within the hour, I'll get another 10,000, then we'll finally be at 200k. If we're only going to run an hour, a food run won't do anything. Level campaign would might get another ball, might get a GP, but I don't like the word might. I prefer definite. You know what? Let's give you all a 1 hour growth campaign. That rabbit needs all of the stats. All of the stats, I say. Let's see, is this... I'm trying to tell if Suzaku is slowing my clone reproduction down or not. I can't quite tell. Anyway, while this goes on, we are going to read our next bit of story. Oh, wait, hold on. Something critical must be done. We must start monumenting. Oh, hey, do that. Admittedly, we won't be making use of the divinity generator. Not with just 1 hour, we're not. Oop, that's as far as we go. You've established nationhood. That's it. But, these are still good. Both for conquering Prinnies, for getting the GP, and of course, getting the bonuses up higher. Which, even though we're doing 1 hour runs, we still want it as high as we can before the next one, so we can grab as many of those precious GPs as possible. So, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say 1 and 1. Well, no, I'm not. I'm gonna wait. Wait patiently. Wait patient-like. Come on. Did we establish nationhood? Crap. Do we have oceans? We have oceans, right? I think we have oceans. Yes, we have an ocean. Great, so that'll do its thing while we get down to the important business. Until that time, Poseidon was the strongest god I'd seen or heard from, but this new god was on a whole different level yet again. I felt like I was closing in to Poseidon in terms of my power. I wasn't too far off from him anymore, but now a new and much stronger god appeared once more. This made me wonder how many more gods I had to defeat until I would become the strongest of them all. What I did know is that I was still far off from that goal, so I made Freya's father my new long-term goal. That also made me a bit happy. It just meant that there was still a lot for me to do, which relieved me from boredom. Being the strongest of all with nobody left to fight me, that did not sound particularly exciting. I secretly hoped that this wouldn't happen anytime soon. I was actually contemplating that, maybe some time-displaced log from the future about how bored she is after becoming the strongest, giving advice to her past self. Ah, well. Now I was going back in space again. There was no place for me to land on Warfield. Until now, I'd never left the space dim in space, but being a god with a strong aura and the ability to create air, I thought I could do that without too many issues. This also gave me a few new training ideas. In space, there are many asteroids flying around which are just waiting to be smashed into pieces by my clones. Your asteroid friends? You monster! Well, my asteroid friends might not. Hey, that's exactly what I just said. I'd be too happy about that, but smashing stones to smaller stones makes more stones, and so more friends, right? Oh, you're just trying to justify your mass-murdering rampage. What if you just suddenly found you stopped getting stone? They're just like, you know what? We're not giving you rocks anymore. That's it. You've lost your rock privileges. Jerk. Okay, so that's still going well. Oh, good. Wait, did I make a nation? Or was it... I could not achieve nationhood. My mistake. There. We're complete. I don't know, where were we? War games were held in 3 days, so I was quite lucky. I didn't have to wait long. Creating an army was also really easy for me. I had my shadow clones after all, which is totally cheating. You should have to make humans like everybody else. I wasn't really sure which other gods were participating and what army they would use, but I was quite confident in my clones. They were not that much weaker than me, a tenth actually, but because they needed energy from me to survive, there was a limit to how many I could create at once. At this time, I was able to create and command about 30,000 of them at once. What a tiny army. It would have been possible to create humans to fight my army, and they were able to survive without my energy, but they were so much weaker, I decided it just wouldn't be worth the effort. The others are probably going to create monsters. You might find yourself fighting some weird new super monster one step above the golems. This also made me think that the war games would be an easy win for me. Even if the gods who participate there are stronger than me, as long as my clones are stronger than their army, I would win. When I thought about the humans from Izanagi and Eros, my clones would have beaten them any time without a problem. Yeah, but they're probably going to create monsters. I still had 2 days left to prepare for it, so I flew down to Warfield and investigated the surroundings, as well as the other gods I'd have to fight. Freya's father said I just needed to come with my army to take part in it, so I expected there was no kind of registration. I like that about this universe. The other gods were quite simple. No need for bureaucracy at all. Only your power counts. I just love might makes right. It is so easy when you're the strongest. As I observed the area, I was able to see 2 other gods with their armies. Both of them were female. I was still far away from them, but could already feel their aura. They were strong, much stronger than me, perhaps even stronger than Poseidon. In a one-on-one fight, I wouldn't stand a chance against them yet. But I was only supposed to fight their army. maybe the war games are, maybe these war games here are, actually another way that they determine their hierarchy instead of just physical brute strength. One of the goddess used golems in her army, many of them. That was good for me. I'd already fought golems, and since my rebirth, the hypnosis ability of my clones had grown much stronger. She commanded about 50,000 of them, more than my 30,000 clones. But they were slow-moving, and I felt confident that my clones would be able to defeat them all. The other goddess used headless warriors. Dullahans? I never have seen them before, but they looked really dangerous. The goddess trained them against each other, and the wind of their blows alone reached really far. They used swords, and when one of them smashed his sword against another, the armor withstood it without any problem, but the surrounding environment was blown away. A smash like this would probably kill several of my clones at once. Can you collect their sword? You know, I'm going to stop asking about, hey, why don't you pick up the weapons and use them? Okay. I don't have enough divinity to get to continents. I'll just have to remember to check back in 3 minutes. Okay. You're probably, yep. Excellent. Okay, is that slowing down my clone count? At these speeds, it's a little hard to tell, but it doesn't look like it. Let's see, 500, 1,000, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, we're there already. Here you go. Go further. Okay, where were we? As of that time, I wasn't sure if my clones would have stood a chance against her Dullahans, so I decided to go ask her a few questions. Hello, are you participating in the war games 3 days from now? Yes, and I will win them, was her reply. After I told her my name, she told me her name, Laima. I'm going to go with Laima. We're going to go with that. It's almost certainly wrong. Your warriors look great, really strong. You might be right about winning these games. I've never seen such powerful warriors before. Did you create them yourself? No, they were already on this planet when I arrived. I can only control them. But don't think this is easy and that just anyone could do it. Even Athena wasn't able to control them. That is why she uses golems instead. I might not be able to win a fight against Athena herself, but I'm confident that my warriors can defeat her golems. She says that her golems have an impenetrable defense, but they have a weakness, and I have some ideas for my warriors to take them on. Does Freya also participate in the war games? No, she only watches them. If she were to participate, it would end quickly. Freya herself is quite weak, but she controls an army of Valkyries. They have wings and fly with them and use spears. Just one of them could decimate all my warriors, and the golems of Athena within seconds. I've no idea how she can control such powerful beings, but to this day nobody has been able to defeat her Valkyries. Even Odin, her father, who is already unimaginably powerful, managed to lose against them. Since her first victory, she's been holding these war games once a year, waiting to find somebody with an army worthy to fight against her Valkyries. But in more than 1,000 years, nobody has brought an army that could come close to competing with them. Thank you. That was quite informative. I too shall participate in the war games this year. I wouldn't hope to defeat Freya's Valkyries, but I don't see my army without a chance against yours or Athena's, is what I told her while I went my way again. I had no time to lose. There was only 2 days left to prepare. Yeah, and you don't want to have to eat your words. It wasn't at all the response I was expecting her to say, so I stumbled over it. Thankfully, Laima had given me information about her Dullahans, either because she was nice or because she didn't feel any threat from me. Joop, joop. Ooh, I'm never going to heal up all those hit points. It's terrible. We've grown all this. I guess we just have to keep growing bigger. That must be what's going on. Unless our training is somehow damaging ourselves in some weird-ass way. Anyway. They seemed to be native to this planet, so I could just find some for my clones to fight before the war games began, in order to find their weakness. I searched the planet for a while, until I found a new island with thousands of Dullahans. This island also had a volcano. Doesn't every place in this planet have a volcano from your earlier descriptions? And looked really dangerous. Chunks of molten rock were flying from the volcano. The lava was flowing around it. The heat being given off was very intense. But the Dullahans didn't seem to care. If a fireball was flying towards them, they would just swing their sword, which smashed it into thousands of pieces. That single swing was also enough to stop the lava from flowing for a few minutes. Who's making these worlds and then deciding to populate them with these kind of monsters? Who's making the monsters? I keep wondering. From their blows against each other, I could see that their armor wasn't much weaker than the barrier of the golems. They didn't have a head, so hypnosis would have been impossible. Don't they have it tucked under their arm? They're also much faster than the golems. But who said I had to attack their armor? The first thing I tried was to get my clones to fire a small version of the aura ball from above, to hit them in their hole where their head should have been. The armor could protect them from the outside, but what if they were damaged from the inside? It was probably their weakness. But even knowing their weakness, it wasn't so easy to exploit. Stupid Dullahans smash each other and use the pieces of armor to cover that head hole. They had a fast reaction time and easily destroyed all my aura balls with their swords. Some of their swings were even powerful enough to destroy the clone it was aiming at. I was aiming at them, at least 50 meters away. So this meant my aura balls were either too slow or too far away to be successful. You could throw lightning. That was a thing you figured out how to do. Next, my clones tried teleporting just behind the Dullahans to shoot aura balls at point blank into their opening. The clones were able to do this, damaging the Dullahans from the inside, but it turned out that there was nothing inside the armor. It split apart their armor temporarily whilst the Dullahans countered, instantly killing the attacker clone. A few seconds later, their armor was rebuilt like nothing had happened. Okay, so not exactly Dullahans, more like animated armor. It seemed like this strategy could work, but the blast of the aura ball was too weak. Have you tried blasting them apart and climbing inside the armor so that now you'd have a suit of super awesome armor that, well, it's alive and hates you, but if you get strong enough, you could probably just move around despite it fighting you. Let's see. It had to be powerful enough to melt... Okay. Aura ball's still too weak. It had to be powerful to melt their armor instead of blowing it apart. This was possible for my clones to do, but they had to concentrate the aura ball much more before their attack. I thought that you said that the armor was equally hard to the golems, and you couldn't pierce the golems, so why can you suddenly melt the armor? I'm just gonna leave these here, I guess. Nothing else to do with them. Okay, that was definitely slowing it down that time. That's fine. All's well. Let's see. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna jump it to the next step. Keep going! Keep going! Okay. I had my clones trained to increase the destructive power of the aura balls for the rest of the day. That sounds like a training that you should have clones working on 24/7 forever. Keep upping the power of those! They also tried to teleport away as soon as the aura ball hit them, but it was too slow and the Dullahans were still able to counter-kill my clones. By the end of the day, my clones were able to completely destroy around 20 Dullahans, while the Dullahans had killed over 20,000 of my clones. Lamia commanded at least 5,000 Dullahans, so, at the current rate, they would have needed 5 million of my clones to defeat her army. I was only able to command 30,000. I would have eventually trained my clones to wipe them out easily, but there's simply no time left. At sunrise, the war games would begin. Strategize! Wait till everybody else is done beating each other up, then send the clones in to surprise attack the last one standing. Also, teamwork's a thing, but that your clones can do well. Also, you can keep making clones as they fall. As dawn approached, I took my place on the battlefield with my 30,000 clones behind me. War games. To my left, Athena, 50,000 golems. To my right, Laema and her 5,000 Dullahans. These were my opponents. There was no other god participating. Boo! There should have been like 50 other weaker armies. From people weaker than Hyperion also included. And, I don't know. Then halfway through the fight, something really big and terrible can come out and stomp both armies and yours. Oh well. Freya watched from above, with 10 of her Valkyries surrounding her. Laema was probably right. I could already feel the power of her Valkyries, even from a few kilometers away. I would stand no chance against them. The Valkyries released so much aura that I wasn't able to feel Freya's own power at all. I surely hoped that she would battle me one-on-one without the Valkyries, but first I had to win the war games, and so it began. The Dullahans were far too strong for my clones to fight head-on, so I decided to use hypnosis on the golems in order to protect my clones. The battlefield was an island about 100 square kilometers. This particular island also featured 3 volcanoes, of which 2 were currently erupting. There were random stones flying all over the place, and various streams of lava moving in different directions. There was no real threat to myself or my enemies. However, the lava would eventually begin to cut the battlefield into sections. It was also quite loud, with a thick, dusty mist all around. After the battle had begun, I watched from above and ordered my clones to move behind the golems, far away from the Dullahans. Slowly but surely, my clones hypnotized the golems while being careful to hide this fact from Athena. From above, it looked like my clones were fighting the golems, but in reality, many of them were already under their control. At the same time, I watched how the battle between the golems and the Dullahans was unfolding. As I thought, and had hoped, the golems fared much better against the Dullahans than my clones. The Dullahans, of course, didn't hypnotize the golems, and tried to break through their barrier with their swords. The reflection bearers, the golem, countered the sword strikes, but the Dullahans didn't seem to take any damage from that. No! I wanted to click that away. Well, fine, I'll go mess around with my monuments for a second. Make some of these. Okay? Okay. And over here, feels like it's slightly slowing down, I think. It's really hard for me to tell at that speed if it's faster or slower. The wind from their sword slashes was also reflected, but in random directions, and it dispersed quickly. The Dullahans were able to strike thousands of strikes per minute, while the golems were unable to uphold their barrier all the time. Once in a while, a Dullahan broke through and destroyed a golem, but while the golems were slow, they outnumbered the Dullahans, and sometimes they got lucky with a few punches or deflected a sword in just the right way to defeat one of them. 2 hours into battle, and none of my clones had died. Roughly 10,000 golems had been defeated by the Dullahans, whilst only 500 of them had perished. Athena was furious, as it seemed to her like both armies were focusing entirely on her golems. However, in reality, my clones were simply using her golems as shields. Since my clones could only control one golem at a time with the hypnosis, the 10,000 golems that were left were hostile and still being controlled by Athena. I waited another 2 hours for them to be whittled down also. At the 4-hour mark, it was my clones and their golem shields versus the remaining 4,000 Dullahans. Athena had already given up, and I could feel her stare boring a hole in the back of my head. She had tried her best to command the golems, but to no avail. The hypnosis was too strong. However, the Dullahans could still win. I needed to combine the strengths of the two armies at my disposal. The good thing is, they complemented each other perfectly. The offensive capabilities of my highly mobile clones combined with the heavy defensive stone walls that were the golems. I ordered the golems to block the Dullahens by any means necessary, whilst my clones charged aura balls and teleported to blast them into the center of the Dullahens. Individually, the Dullahens were stronger, and they would have won the battle. However, in this case, they were outnumbered 15-1. It was an easy task to finish them off, even though it took a further 7 hours until the last Dullahan was slain, and afterwards, my clones destroyed the remaining golems pretty much instantly. My army was victorious, and I had won the Roar Games. You betrayed the golems? That's like, isn't that what the deciding factor right before Arthas picked up Frostmourne that led to him becoming the Lich King? Betraying your own minions is okay. I do it all the time in games. Odin and Freya congratulated me on the victory. Laima was disappointed, but also congratulated me and said she had underestimated me. Athena didn't want to accept the loss and challenged me to a duel. I could already feel that Athena was much stronger than me, so I'd have definitely lost. Odin interfered and said the war games were over. I had won the battle. It was a battle of armies, strategy, and leadership, not a fight between the gods. I didn't have to accept the challenge. I said to Athena, "Sorry, I'm not ready to fight you yet. I want to accept your challenge, but not now. I'll come back in a few years, and then we can fight it out." Athena wasn't too happy about that, but because Odin was standing beside me, she had no choice but to accept this. "I'll be waiting for you," she said as she stormed off. "Except I won't remember, because you'll rebirth between now and then. And probably stomp both armies next time without hypnotizing anything." The next part. Freya. Dun dun dun. I can't do it yet. That will be next time. For now... Let's see. Upgrades? Right. Yes, of course. Here's what we're going to do. Go over here. We'll be like, "Hey, make this. Make a nation for me. Continent. Sorry. Continent. Make a continent for me. Make a weather for me." Oh, hey, good. Okay, we're good. We're good now. Back to clones. Okay, and with that... Hey, you. All of yous. Get down here and do... Well, I'll do this one first. Alright. So, in 45 minutes, I'm going to be ready to rebirth again. Approximately. And then... It's 35 minutes, not 45. Did I say 45? I meant 35. Of course, we're going to take a massive hit to our stat multipliers, but we're going for the double rebirth anyway. So we'll jump into the next step, bag us a whole bunch more GP. Depending on how I feel about how far I go down this, I might even go one more step. But it's all heading towards that double rebirth. Or should it be a clone build-up? I do want to do the clone build-up challenge too. No, we should do the double rebirth first. We really should. Wonder if I can even get all the way to the bottom in an hour. I'm actually uncertain. Probably not, actually. I don't think I can. Not that it matters. Oh yeah, and... Doot! Yes! Hooray for 200,000. We are getting to the point where this might start being worth doing. Right? 99,000? Maybe not. No. It would take 6 to fill up. I don't know. There's going to come a point where the GPs are going to be easy enough to gather, where I'll have enough of them that it will become worth doing. But that time is not yet upon us. I want this. I want this new feature. It's getting like updates like every few days. The game gets little updates and stuff. I'm actually impressed with how often the author works it. By the way, any new? There's not gonna be anything new. No, there's nothing new. Wait. No, that was already... No, I already had all those. Never mind. Nothing. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot. Yeah, let's be a smurf for a while. Nah. I can leave you at your default skin tone. It's fine. Alright, then. Anyway. So, I didn't get back to this quite as quickly as I had intended. Alright. Okay, that won't work. Can't force that one. Unfortunately, it gotten stuck, and I had just changed anyway. Don't have might. Yep, big old 4-hour stupidness when it was supposed to be 1. It's alright, though. I'm gonna take all of you, and, all of you, am I still missing some? Somebody's hiding. Well, not many. It's just like 84. Maybe that's just all the ones. Okay. I choose you, Planet Eater. I've got 21 ball power. I'd love to spend the ball power on food, but then it would go away, and I wouldn't have it. It'd be dumb. So, when I rebirthed. So I'm just gonna immediately swing into you. Okay, maybe it would have been possible to take... I could have probably done the Living Sun instead, but whatever. We got ourselves maybe an extra... Little extra points here or something. Maybe not. It's fine, whatever. We're good. We're good. We're ready to rebirth. This is just supposed to be a quick grab. So, Shuijin. Let me see. Yep. Just burning it all up for, this will be another 1-hour run. Except this time it'll really be just an hour. I swear. Maybe. Doot. And then over here to the fight. How many do you think we're going to nail this time? Well, we're not going to get to the P-ball. Wow, really? That many? Wow. Really? Huh. Okay. Well, 21 more. Wow. 18 more. Still, that's a pretty good amount. So, in an hour, we'll grab what we can. Maybe we'll do one more quick rebirth after this, and then it should be on. No. Get out of there. Okay. Then it'll be on to the double rebirth challenge. I'm actually really looking forward to this. Getting that might to have one across the board it's pretty nice sounding, actually. What's going on? Don't I have you set to max? Oh, right, I'm hitting cap. Whoops. That's why. Alright. And... oh. And all the usual stuff. Alright, well... yeah, again, I didn't quite hit it on the hour, but that's Fine. Now. Crunch, 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 crunch. Crap. Well, down one category. Up quite a bit of, GPs. Now I'll just snag all of this and go over here and feed them a planet eater. Doesn't matter, they got that. Heh. And, why are my ballpoints showing here? I want to spend them. If I go to, let me see. Let me try food. No, I want to buy rocks. It normally appears here. Why isn't it here? Poke, 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 poke. I don't know. If I unlocked might, I'd be a lot powerfuler. Probably go further. But we're rushing to our double rebirth. We're just milking a whole bunch of GP. See, I want to spend it, but it's not there. It's fine. Yep, even though it's lower, I don't care. No monsters. Whoomp. And now for you lot. Oh no, I can no longer get to ball in a single stroke. I can, however, instantly grab 10,000 more clones. Ho ho ho. What if I were to just rebirth again right now and then do the double rebirth? Yeah, pretty dumb. I can milk another 10,000 clones out of this. If I just have a little patience. Yeah, okay, I'll be patient. I wanted to start the double rebirth challenge already. Alright. Alright, and now... Crunch, 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 crunch. Ow. Okay. Very good then. Rebirth me! Rebirth me! Yes. Yes, I am sure. I am sure that we are ready. Oh yeah, sure. Maybe it's possible we could squeeze a few more GP out of all this. Oh, give me 10,000 more. 220,000 now. I think we've got a pretty good haul. All in all. Maybe we can squeeze just a smidge more. Just a smidgen more. And then we're going to double rebirth. And by a smidgen more, I mean only 1 or 2. Good enough. Or, no, that can stay on. Okay. Now. Oh, come on. You can go faster than that. Here. What do I need? These. Faster, I say. We're building up our power. Hey, you. No, you. Crunch. Okay, can't crunch that one yet. So slow. Give me more. Give me those. I need them. Right. Okay, don't have forests. That's okay. We'll build another mighty statue. Yeah. Okay, now here's the important one. Since my battle is way in excess of everything else, This is the most important of my grand monuments. We don't have any villages. Oh well. We're going to squash one more. Yeah, I really could get more by milking the rebirths longer, but I'm going to start my double rebirth challenge because, well, it's going to be like hours and hours and hours before I get to come back, so, you know. Okay, and very good. Now make as many of these as possible in the few short seconds you've got. Oh! Wait. Your power level is 70 Geffion. I have like 600 Geffion. My attack should clearly squash you. I have no mystic, and I have no hit points. If only there was like a bandage I could apply, just like, and put my health to the max, then I could be like, alright, let's do this. Because I can squash you. Hell, I could, well, okay, maybe not Kronos, but I could squash you for one more point. If I could just get you. Well, just one lighthouse? Just one? Okay, it boosts my creating, but still, a minute and a half for 1 GP is pretty good, right? Heal, heal, heal! Come on, I don't even see any red in that meter. Get some blood in that body. Come on. Come on. Eat some protein. Bulk up. What is this? I'm sorry. I left all my blood back in space, Dim. Seriously, what the hell? Fill this in. As her body grows faster than her blood supply. You know, super beings. We've seen anime. We've seen when super powerful warriors get cut and blood gets spurting out. They contain at least 1,000 gallons of blood under high pressure by this level. She's trying to go around with a normal human amount of blood, and it's just not working out. You're supposed to move that fast, jump that high, lift and throw mountains. It takes a lot of blood to get a lot of nutrients to to a lot of muscles to be able to throw a mountain. You can't do that with just one or 2 gallons. It'll never work. Okay, are we good enough? Are we good enough? How long would it take me to bake this? 2 minutes? I don't know. I don't know. We might be strong enough. We just want to knock you off. Fork! I can't even scratch you. You get the first strike, don't you? You're hitting me before I get to hit you. That's what's going on here. Just you wait. This thing will boost all my stats, including my mystic, by just an obscene amount. Oh, and I can do that. Yay! More mystic. I want to crush you. I want to crush you. Oh yeah. Hi there. Oh no. Yeah, 150 sounds good. Make that the stats for everybody, okay? Okay. Clones. Clones. Some of you aren't going to survive this very long. That's fine. Whatever. You're definitely not going to survive too long, Rabbit. You, however, need at least formidable adversaries. There, okay, see that? That's going to get bigger, and that's going to give me just a smidge more power, along with this. And some focused breathing. That's right. Breathe heavily. Fill those lungs. And suddenly the numbers... Holy crap, it's tripled. Quadrupled. My max HP is over 5 times what it had been now. Yeesh. Ridiculous, absurd levels of max hit points. Sadly, no actual regular, ordinary hit points, though. Really? I can't afford forests? Hold on. Give me those forests. And villages while you're at it. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Fill that on up. This should help a little bit. Right? Yeah. Okay. We good? Surely this will take out Amaterasu. Right? I knew you weren't going to survive long. Oh, I'm sorry. Quatlicue. That. I'm strong enough that I should be able to beat Kronos. If I had the hit points. Poke! Yeah, that was worth a few minutes of my time. Shame Kronos is such a jerk. Well, maybe just a little longer. A Pyramid of Power ought to do it. Yeah, a Pyramid of Power ought to do it. And a Raging Fist! And, oh, some Genbus? Yeah, Genbus help. Are we tough enough yet? Surely we're tough enough. 2 minutes? I don't have the patience to wait 2 minutes. I want a rebirth now. Oh boy, the double rebirth challenge. Only recommended if you have a lot of god power and want a challenge. Completing this challenge earns 10 god power and 1 level in all might skills. Woo! That is a really big deal to me. I get this done a few times, I could have a lot of might. After the start of this challenge, you'll gain 1 god power defeating the earlier gods for the first time once more. Planet multi-challenge. What do you mean planet multi? Oh, this Ultimate Universe challenge seems to be capping a lot of things. Just like it's almost like a normal rebirth, but you're stuck until you can create 1 universe. Yeah. I should have a huge leg up next time I do that. I'm already almost 50% higher on my max clone count, which not only helps me build everything faster, including the divinity generator, it also helps me take down the ultimate beings and all that stuff. So yeah, this is pretty good. Not to mention, we slowly get more and more of these set to 1. Alright. Surely this is strong enough. It must be. But we'll go ahead and we'll triple ourselves. We can wait. We can wait 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Die! Ah, good. He died. We're done here. What? A regular normal rebirth? But why? Why a regular normal rebirth? to milk it just a little more. See that? Yeah. Yeah, I could have milked a little bit more out of all this, but hey. Good. Good, good, good. Then we reach over here, and we're all like, make some rocks and junk. Go back to that. Huh? What? Huh? Oh! I'm sorry, those demons were apparently, demons? Wow. We're way down. Hi, Dullahans. Wonder if we'll be fighting the succubi in that next part, as part of our conflict with Freya. Oh well. Make me a statue. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I'll leave you guys here. Put you on dodge. Okay, can we get a Zeus? Can we get a Nyx? We cannot get a Nyx. That's fine. Double Rebirth. Your reward is 10 GP, 500,000 statistics multiplier. Yes. Yes. There will be no normal rebirth. And it will require quite a bit of time to get back to your normal progress. Will it, though? Will it really? Are you sure, game? I don't think it'll take that long. Oh my gosh, it takes 200 of us to kill a slime. Holy crap. That's horrible. Well, we could rebirth right now. Okay. Well, how about now? No? Feeling awful weak. However, my pets... my pets are amazing. And they will help me immensely. Yes. Should be level or food? What should I focus on first? Well, anyway. I still have my whole planet. I still have a max of 230,000 clones. Not to mention all this craziness. Oh, this won't take me long at all. This won't take me any time at all. Ho, 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 ho. Yes. So, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex, signing off. Bye.